I've got a question for you, ladies and gentlemen. Does anyone in this room believe in the supernatural? Ghosts and spirits and the like? Yeah. Quite a lot of you. It's actually easy to tell if your house is haunted. It isn't. Grow up. That's me being cynical, but that's this job. Being a stand-up comedian, I think, makes you a bit of a cynic. Has anyone in here actually seen a ghost? Well, go on, what did you see, madam? Tell us the story. And there was no one there. Go on, what did you see? I'm not... I make you nervous. You've seen the undead. And I make you nervous. Doesn't really show me in a good light, does it? Go on. Where were you when you saw the apparition? You were in a friend's house, right? Her stepfather was what, sorry? I think I may have cracked this case already. There's a stepfather involved. Was there ectoplasm? Go on, what happened? Were you upstairs? Were you... You were in his son's bedroom? Of course you were, love. Go on. He had died. You should have mentioned that sooner. And then you started seeing weird shit. I'm loving this. There's a special name for people that have seen ghosts. Schizophrenic. All the best with your future. Quite an in-depth story. I'll leave it at that stepfather did something terrible. And you've recoded that memory. Of course, not all fat people are jolly. Some of them are women. You shouldn't be mean. Fat girls have got feelings. Mainly they're hungry. It's only a joke, isn't it? It's only a bit of fun. I told it the other night and a girl got up and walked out. Well, waddled out. I presume offended, possibly just peckish. Whenever I'm in the changing rooms at the gym, I'm always embarrassed by the fact my penis is so much bigger than everyone else's. But then in fairness, it is erect. Islamic fundamentalist sex dolls. Do they blow themselves up? In Palestinian passports under occupation, do they just put Israel? That joke is only there to test where the Guardian readers are sitting. No further questions, back to the knob gags. I do talk about sex a lot in my show. I talk about sex all the time on stage. And a friend called me on it recently. Came to see the gig and he went, "You talk about sex all the time. Are you obsessed?" I said, "Well, I'm not obsessed. But sex is the great universal topic for comedy. It's still quite taboo to talk about it openly in public. Everyone's interested, everyone cranes forward, and there's a lot of tension around sex. And where you find that kind of tension, that's also a great place to find laughter. So sex is a great topic for comedy. But it's difficult to stand in front of you good people and talk about sex without sounding crude. So to try and mitigate that, to try and alleviate that, this evening, if I refer to a vagina at any point, I'll be calling it a twinkle cave." As in, Sodera was licking out a twinkle cave while she deep-throated my tummy banana. It's nice to be nice, isn't it? I saw a woman wearing a top, it said super dry on the front. I said, "Have you thought about lubricants or HRT? Maybe a little bit of Aussie charm?" Are you familiar with the term Aussie charm? Just means... Australian charm, you're welcome. Very pleasing look from the ladies of London as if to say, "Well, I didn't know that had a name, but yes, that does happen." My girlfriend bought a t-shirt for £80. That's a ridiculous amount to spend on a t-shirt, am I right? It said D&G on the front. I suppose fair enough. One of her tits is bigger than the other. I thought my girlfriend was a slag when she told me I was her 32nd lover, and then I realised she was talking about time. There is a minimum comprehension level. You may be asked to leave. I'm sorry. My ideal woman would be a single mum once I'd finished with her. It's a joke. I'd pay for the abortion. I got you again. I fucking wouldn't. Let's talk about something a little bit more serious. It can't all be slapstick abortion stuff. My first wife was from Thailand. Well, don't, because you'll feel bad. It's actually quite a sad story. My first wife was from Thailand, and she died of testicular cancer. Probably the best way I could describe it is a twinkle cave was an outie. I saw a transvestite in a miniskirt. I thought, that shows a lot of balls. Let's hear it from all the heterosexual men in the room. Give us a shout, all the heterosexual men. I'm guessing from that expression, I can't remember which one heterosexual is. I'm not taking a chance. Maybe this is how they recruit them. The most annoying thing my sister does is that show Chatty Man. That's the most annoying heckle that I get at gigs. I like it when people join in. I like a bit of a heckle and a bit of fun. But the most annoying one I get is when I've set up a joke, just about to do the punchline, and someone goes, invariably it's the same thing. It's always, where's Alan? Where's Alan? It's not my like bête noir, it's just a bit annoying. Where's Alan? Who's at your house fucking your dad? I think we all knew, including him, I think we all knew that was a trap. I could feel you as one going, hold, hold, hold. And then one brave soul over there said, no. I'm taking one for the team. Or rather, your dad is. Of course, not all gay people are happy, camp, and fun. Some of them are lesbians. If you're a lesbian and you didn't find that funny, you're surprising no one. Are there any lesbians in? No, my gaydar is pretty much honed in on this pair down there. Hello, how are you two? You all right? Yeah. I presume you're a couple?
Married, yes.
You're married? Oh, congratulations. Fabulous. How long have you been married?
Since October.
Since October? My God, it's new and fresh. Have you even finished consummating the relationship?
No.
You don't know when you're finished, do you? That's one of the problems with your lifestyle choice. We'll just put that on hold. We'll be back in a minute. Well, so you're married, you're committed to each other. Well, it's maybe a crazy question to ask you because you're in this long-term relationship and you love each other, but what would it take to get you back on solids? She's a definite no and you're a maybe. Okay, good. Oh, I love my job. I tell you what, I'm going to do a test and see whether we've got any other sisters in the room, see if there's any other lesbian sisters. Like I'm a lesbian, I've got the haircut, come on. I look a bit like K.D. Lang, I could get away with it. I'm going to test the heterosexuality of the other ladies in the room. Just a simple question to test this. Ladies, have you read 50 Shades of Grey? Yeah. You've all read that book? You love that book. I would describe 50 Shades of Grey as the ultimate flick book. It was the best-selling book last year. What's the world coming to? It was the best-selling book last year. I can prove it. Last year, wettest on record. I think it's a very interesting book because, although it's not a great piece of literature, it's more gusset typing. It's interesting because it's pornography for ladies. That's what it is, right? And men, that book is in our houses, isn't it? 50 Shades of Grey is in our house, and we've not even picked it up. We're not looking at your pornography, ladies. We're not interested in your kind of pornography. We're very happy with the service broadband is providing. Ladies consume pornography in a very different way to men, and the genders are very different in our consumption of pornography. Here's a fact, gentlemen, that will blow your minds about women's consumption of pornography. Women watch porn films to the end. You know why? To see if they get married. Well, it's probably as good a time as any to talk about how political correctness works in stand-up comedy, because some people think it's a free-for-all. You can say whatever you want on stage because of freedom of speech. That is not the case. There are rules and regulations that govern what I do. Basically, how political correctness works in stand-up comedy is, if you're directly affected by something or involved in something, you get a free pass. You're allowed to joke about that thing. So, for example, homosexual people can joke about being gay. Disabled people can joke about disability. Black or Asian people can joke about race. Those are the rules. So, these two paedophiles walk into a park. Child abuse, there's a touchy subject. I saw a headline in the paper. It said, "Please smash paedophile ring." I thought, good, let's see how they fucking like it. Have we got any teachers in this evening? Give us a shout, any teachers? Oh, loads of teachers in. You work bloody hard, don't you, teachers? Half the year, 5 hours a day. I'm not knocking it. I could never do what you people do for a living. Not because it's difficult. I wouldn't pass a CRB check. I've actually got a bit of a soft spot for teachers. I used to go out with a teacher and she was lovely. But if ever I wanted sex, she always insisted to put my hand up first. That is ruder than it first appears. You're welcome. Have we got any special needs teachers in? You teach special needs? Oh, there was a woo over there. What's your name, madam? Danielle, very nice to have you in. All I was going to say about special needs teachers is you are the best and the brightest, in my humble opinion, the best and the brightest teachers. Because I can prove it. We all know teachers socially, yes? Everyone knows teachers. And teachers are always moaning on about, oh, I've got homework to mark this evening. Not you, hey, Danielle? You're not grading potato paintings, are you? Fuck it. Your evenings are your own. Fair play. Is that a little yay? See the other teachers looking, oh, fucking annoyed. I didn't think of that. What, sorry? You used to teach at my school, at Burnham Grammar. Did you? Not when I was there, surely. No, unless you moisturise a lot. Where are you from? You're from Belfast, right? Ginger and community. I was just saying what you said to me back. Oh, how come you're teaching over here then? Are you in the witness relocation scheme? What the fuck happened? Fucking grass. What do you teach? What subject? What, sorry? English? You can barely fucking pronounce. I did Countdown recently, the TV show, not Dracula's special needs brother. One for the staff room. And I got asked when I did Countdown, I got asked by every man that I know, everyone asked me, how fit is that Rachel Riley off of Countdown? How attractive is she when you meet her? And it wasn't like a rhetorical question, they wanted me to answer. And I thought, well, I should be able to say how attractive a work colleague and a friend is without sounding misogynistic, without being sexist, shouldn't I? You be the judge. Rachel Riley, let me put it this way. I would crawl over broken glass to suck the cock of the last man that fucked her. I don't think that's overstating it. I'd like to fuck her brains out, take ages. Now, I should warn you there will be some audience participation this evening. Apologies. And the only reason I mention it explicitly is because sometimes when I ask someone a direct question, they get a bit flustered. I think it's because they're used to seeing me on TV, so then when I ask them a direct question, they get a bit, what the fuck is going on? I didn't press the red button, it's gone all fucking interactive. I got a guy wonderfully flustered the other day, front and centre where you're sitting there, and out of nowhere I went, are you married or single? He went, single. And the girl next to him went, he isn't. How could you fuck that up? There was a lovely little pause and he went, I think I might be single now.